Thank you, Madam Chair. And Ms. Lago, thank you for coming today and joining us. It's great to have a witness with experience in Washington forests, and I would love to host you back at home, along with the Forest Service chief in the district, which, by the way, includes Mount Rainier, the Snoqualmie Mount Baker National Forest, Mountains to Sound Greenway. Beautiful area. Chelan's, Tehican, everything, to raise some of these very issues on deferred maintenance. And in addition to the deferred maintenance projects, the Forest Service Legacy Roads and Trails Remediation Program is a critical program that leverages dollars outside of the Forest Service to address water quality issues. And I have a appropriations letter for the record that I'd like to submit outlining the importance of that program and the need for it to have a dedicated line item.
So noted.
The program was created in 2008 because the general Forest Service road maintenance budget was unable to address the sheer volume of blocked culverts, landslides, and washouts, which were impacting water quality and access for threatened and endangered species. And in Washington State and other parts of the country, the program is critical to address water quality issues and habitat, particularly for Chinook salmon, bull trout, and steelhead. These fish are an important part of the Northwest culture, heritage, ecosystem, and they have suffered heavily, as you know. A recent New York Times report stated that the Chinook salmon may be extinct in 20 years. I'll also add that Chinook salmon are the key food source for the endangered southern resident orcas. And old weather-damaged roads and broken culverts are key culprits in this demise. And Washington State has invested millions, multiple millions of dollars to address downstream barriers and culverts, including dams and whatnot. While the Chinook salmon spawning grounds are located upstream in the National Forest headwaters. And on page 4 of your testimony, you outline the criteria for road projects listing priorities. And unfortunately, the projects that improve wildlife and aquatic passage are last. And so I was just wondering if you could expand on this and help me understand how projects affecting water quality can be addressed in a timely manner when the Forest Service is facing a $5 billion plus backlog.
Yes, thank you, Congresswoman. And when I was still in the Pacific Northwest, we hosted a chief's review, and the theme of the entire review was Save Our Salmon, and really understand the integral role of salmon in the economy and lifestyle and that ecosystem. So in addition to the criteria, which includes benefits, the ability to be an economic driver and water and recreation, there is an intangible benefit criteria. Salmon is a lot more, and water quality is a lot more than an intangible benefit, certainly. And local managers also, there is a layer where they put a personal priority on their projects based on their knowledge of local issues and what's important to the local economy, people, community. So there is more than just the criteria that I named in my testimony. I think it's fair to really think about how we're valuing water, the economic value of water, as well as the fact that we all rely on it. So I'll go back and discuss that.
Thank you. And the way I interpreted economic was really related to timber, but if you think about the recreational economy and salmon and habitat and our tribes, that those do weave in economics. And then I appreciate your going back. I think that is it. I would just like to reiterate my invitation and thank you for paying attention to this issue. And I yield back the rest of my time.